Happy Women's History Month. You just heard a piece by Gillian Rae Perry called For Richard On. I met Gillian at Ravinia a few years ago when they played both of our pieces on a program that they had called Breaking Barriers. I've been happy to keep in touch with Gillian, and we've worked together last year during the Ear Taxi Festival, and she is a great composer and full of energy and doing great things in the world. This piece was written for her friend Richard, and we're going to talk to her in just a second. But first, I need to thank Classy Closet for the wardrobe today, and also want to say that the month is nearing an end, and there is a concert on March 29th, and you can help me decide which pieces to play. If you look in the comments down below, there's a link to Buy Me a Coffee, and that is a full list of all the pieces that I've performed or will be performing during the month. And you can choose your selection of which you would like me to play in person on that concert. I think that I will also be able to live stream this concert too. So if you are not in Chicago, never fear. You will be able to listen, I'm pretty sure. Thank you so much, and let's talk to Gillian.
So I moved to Chicago. I was in Texas, that's where I was born. I was in LA for my master's degree, and then I came to Chicago because I got my residency with Chicago Opera Theater. So as part of that residency, you'd have to live in Chicago. So I said, all right, and I said bye to all my LA friends, and I moved to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. So
yeah.
So I grew up on a bird farm in Texas. That's where I grew up, was on this little bird farm. And I took piano lessons from like a really young age, and like 7, I think, is when I started, because my mom really wanted me to like be in music lessons. Thank you, Mom. So it's all thanks to her. But yeah, I started writing music for the birds on the farm. So that's how there was one of the birds died, and I had to like go bury it, and I like wrote a little funeral song for it because I was so sad for it. So that's how I started writing music, was through piano lessons, and also through like these birds that I would sing to. Mm-hmm. And then I started, because I was in piano lessons, I was fortunate enough to like have a teacher who was like, oh, you should like write some of this down, because I'd come and be like, I made a song, and I'd play it for her, and she's like, you should write it down. And for a while I was like, no, it's just in my head, that's okay, it's just in my head. And eventually as I got older, I was like, maybe I should write this down in case I forget it, and so then I started writing things down, and then from there it like snowballed into like, oh, I can do this as like my job. Like, what do you mean? Like when I started looking at school and stuff, I didn't realize it was something you could do. So then when I started looking at schools, that's when I like clicked. I was like, oh, I can just like be a composer. I'll just do that then. Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome. So you still have some of those songs from like when you were 7 or 8?
Yeah, I actually remember the lyrics for the funeral song. It pops in my head every now and then. Yeah.
Oh my God, that is so cute. Do you want to sing it for me?
Yeah, it's kind of dark and sad, but the lyrics, it goes, no need to replace the dirt, a body now fills this earth.
Wow. And you were 7.
I was just a little kid.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I feel like kids like that, they have this really ability to get to the heart of things like right away.
Yeah, so Richard, Richard is one of my like dear friends, and he asked me to write this for him when we were in school together, actually at Cal Arts. So he's a pianist and a composer, and he's based in LA, and we're still really good friends. I actually just recorded an album with him that's coming out next month. So we're still collaborators and friends. But yeah, he asked me to write him a piece just for solo piano, because he was doing a solo piano like performance, and yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So he's performed it a couple times at least, or?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Has anybody else performed it?
No, you're the second one. Yeah.
Awesome. It's really fun to play.
Thanks.
There's like, do you write very often for just piano?
It's been a while, because it's my primary instrument. I feel some sort of, it's kind of strange. I feel some sort of aversion to it. I love writing for the piano in ensemble settings, and I always like pianos featured prominently in a lot of that sort of writing, but I haven't done solo piano stuff like really all that much. I think I get really shy just because there's so much great repertoire out there already, and I'm very aware because I've learned the repertoire. So I'm like, what do I have to add, really? I guess I get kind of hung up on that.
Yeah.
But
I've heard almost exactly those same words from many composers.
Yeah.
Yeah, both the part about like, because it's your own instrument, it has a different place, and then also, the wealth of repertoire that we already have. But I think it's worthwhile.